So I'm going to give you 5 seconds to put yourselves in groups of 5. Ready?
Yeah.
Go. 1. You're a leader. 4. 5. Anybody need a partner? Need to be in a group? We're going to have one group that's off.
We have 4.
4 is the absolute smallest I want to go. So no groups of 3, right? Okay, will you cluster up in your group so I can see that you are in a group? All right. Good. Good. Okay, here's what I'm going to have you do. This is just sort of internal in your group, right? So you don't have to face out unless you really want to. I'm going to call out a letter of the alphabet. Got your back? Did you just get your... Aww. It's like when the Grinch in his heart. This is why I get out of bed in the morning. Okay. So points. I'm going to call out a letter of the alphabet, and your group will physicalize that letter as a group. So if I were to, I will, of course.
You have to use all the characters.
I will explain further, because I know this is are you graduate students? Yes, you want the rubric, I understand. Hang on a second. The undergrads are like, whatever. I'm here, I'm awake, sometimes, part of the class. I would like you to physicalize the letter of the alphabet that I call out as a group. So for example, if I were to give you the letter Z, I want to be able to look at your group and see that you have made the letter Z with your bodies, right? So you're going to make physically the letter Z.
We can do that.
Now, here's the rule. This is where it gets a little sticky. No, absolutely no talking. None. I don't want to hear any whispering. I don't hear any of this. Okay, you're gonna go here. No talking. No talking whatsoever. Okay? So I'm going to give you a new letter, not a letter Z. Oh. I'm going to give you a new letter, and I'm only going to give you 5 seconds to make that letter. No talking. Are you ready? Yes.
Capital or lowercase?
I don't care. I would like Sam's group on. Ready? Your letter is A. 5. Don't talk. 4. No talking. 3, 2, 1. Freeze. Too much talking. Minus points on that. No talking. Other people's A's turned out. I mean, these are interesting. These are abstract. That's for sure. A for abstract. Good. New letter. And no talking this time.
Listen up.
Ready? 5 seconds. Make this letter and don't talk. M. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Okay. Take a look around the room. See what people have done. There are some very clear M's. There are some vague suggestions of something that could be an M, maybe. Right? Whole range of success. That's okay. New letter. B, as in boy. B. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Take a look around the room.
Yeah, I'm not sure this one.
Incorrect. So that was good. You're already feeling some of the things that I want you to feel, which is excellent. We're gonna take it up another level. Oh my God! You're gonna spell a word. I'm gonna give you a whole word to spell physically with your body. Everybody has to be involved, and no talking. Okay? No talking. Here's your first word. You got 5 seconds to make the word yes. Yes. 5. No talking. 4. 3.
The why?
No talking. No talking. 2. 1. Okay. It's okay. Okay, next word. We're going faster. You have 5 seconds to make the word radio. It's never good when the camera person laughs. Radio. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and take a look at that. When this person's just wandering, they've made an actual radio. Good. Next word. Next word. It's okay. I know. It's hard, right? You have 5 seconds to make the word happy. That's a little bit easier. Happy. Happy, as they say in St. Louis. Happy. Yes. We're getting better at this. Let's make it harder now. Okay. Now I'm going to call out an object, a thing, and you have to make that thing. Don't spell it. Make the thing itself. Okay? Here's your first thing. 5 seconds. I want your group to make a pirate ship. 5, 4. We're falling to the ground. 2, 1. Excellent. I have no idea what's happening. Good. You have 5 seconds to make a race car. 5. Don't talk. 4. 3. Don't talk. 2. 1. Hold. Wow. This guy's been down the dog. Yogi in here.
What were you?
That's crazy.
You have 5 seconds to make a backyard swing set. A backyard swing set. 5, 4, 3, 2, don't talk. 1, hold. Not bad. Not bad. Last one. Last one. I love the tableau because you were like, it's frozen swing. No, it's great. This is the last one. This is my favorite one. 5 seconds to make an elephant. 5. Don't talk. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Oh, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. Well done. Okay, let's clap out. All right.
I'm glad you had my back.
There really is a purpose to this. This is not just for mine and Robin's amusement, I promise.
Oh, are you sure? Dang,
I always worry that I'll be teaching this workshop somewhere in some school and an administrator will walk in and everybody's lying on the ground pretending to be pirates. I'm like, I promise important things are happening. Let's talk about what this was like. Well, first, what was it like to not be allowed to talk?
Hard.
Terrible, hard. You weren't, I'll be real, you weren't 100% successful with that. Because it's really difficult. It's really difficult. Why? Why is that a difficult thing to do, to create these tableaus?
You can't tell people what to do.
You can't tell people what to do, right? And usually when you're in a committee, right? You're doing a group project. Yeah. We all know what that's like. There's sometimes somebody who's bossy, there's sometimes somebody who doesn't do anything. and they show up the day of, and you're like, who are you? Right?
Exactly.
There are all these personalities have to come together, and you need to be able to talk through things and plan, and that was taken away from you. No planning. Nobody can designate roles. You do this, you do this. Nobody could put out the blueprint of the elephant and say, okay, you're going to be the butt. You're going to be the ears. That was taken away from you. So when that is taken out, a leader, a director, what then happened? How did you, I mean, you went from making a questionable letter Z, questionable, to a full-on three-dimensional elephant that I could look at everybody in the room and tell that it was an elephant. You got there pretty quickly, without blueprints and planning and instruction and direction from a leader. So what had to happen? What did you do?
Usually someone started somewhere and then you just kind of filled in the pieces.
Yeah, usually someone started somewhere with something. And was it always the same person? No. Right? So when I would say go, by the third or fourth round, in every group somebody would go, okay, I'm a Y. Right? They would just do it. Yeah, or fall to the ground, right? Or become a pirate. Like, I don't care what you all do, I am a pirate. It happened, it is good, yeah. It was very Captain Morgan.
Without
This was
without being able to talk and the time constraint, it was kind of the whole yes and, as you were saying.
Yes.
You had to agree
Yes.
and then build off of it.
Yeah, the time
Because
constraint
change your mind.
is what we call in organizational development an enabling constraint. Enabling constraints are critical. There's a reason we have deadlines. There are reasons we give you a time limit, right? You can be very productive for a short amount of time. If I told you, I do this activity with my undergraduates, I give them a very mundane task, like stack up all these washers, get them as high as you can go. And I don't give them a time limit, I just say go. And 5-10 minutes in, they're like, what are we doing? But if I tell them, here are your washers, I want you to stack them up as high as you can, you got 10 seconds, go. They can focus, and nothing is more important in their entire lives for those 10 seconds than stacking washers. It's critically important. When we were playing swing, you weren't thinking about anything else in your life. You weren't worried about dinner or homework or finals. Swing was life to you in that moment, right? You had a time constraint that enabled you to focus. It's a pretty powerful thing. But this idea of embodying the yes and, somebody throwing themselves out there and being an elephant trunk or a race car driver or a wheel or whatever, that's them making what we call a gift. It's an offer. And even though it may not fit with your plan of what you thought it should look like or what part you were going to play in it, you couldn't go, excuse me, yeah, I was going to be the trunk. No, I'm going to, I was going to do this, and then you should. That wasn't allowed. You had to say, yep, that's a trunk, you're being the trunk, and I'll get behind you and be the ears. You had to say yes to what they were doing. You had to honor the gift. You have to honor the gift and then build on it. You weren't allowed to say no, because then you ran out of time, right? What's it like to live in that kind of push and pull of you have an idea of how to do this thing that somebody's already jumped out there and started? What's that feel like? That tension. Anybody struggle with it? A few of you should. A few of you type A personalities should have a little twinge of, well, that's not how I would have done it. And that's okay. That doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you bossy. It doesn't make you controlling. It makes you a leader, right? Leaders know when to step up and go, here's what we're going to do. And I took that away from you. But leaders also know when to step back and go, it looks like you got it. And managing that impulse in yourself, knowing when to step in and support the partner who's flagging, and when to step back and give them their space to shine, that's a skill that you practice. It doesn't come naturally. When you're doing team presentations or any kind of group project, that's a constant calibration that you're doing all the time, stepping in, stepping out, stepping in, stepping out. In improv, we don't have a director. We don't have team captains. We don't have any leaders. Literally nobody's in charge of us. It is amazing that we get anything done. Absolutely amazing. But when there is no leader, everyone is the leader. Process that for a minute. When no one is in charge, everyone is in charge. And in most situations, that could end in chaos, right? You've got a group of young people with no leader direction, right? That's not something that the uninitiated should take on. Improvisers can do it. Companies that have really lovely cultures of acceptance and growth and creativity can do it. You can do it in the practice of your life, how you interact with people. You can foster that kind of outlook in yourself. But especially when you're thinking about a group project, or you're thinking about a presentation, or committee work, things like that, you have to know within yourself when to step in, when to step out, right? Nobody's the leader, and so all of you must be. Does that make sense? Okay, good. You did a really nice job with your tableaus, by the way. Those were awesome elephants. Awesome elephants.